Hey, what's going on, Maschine Masters? My name is MGTheFuture. Thank you for joining us today. Today I will be doing the Sample Pack Friday review. We have quite a few new kits that are hitting the store today, and quite a few of them are from 2 Deep Beats, some construction kits, some drum kits. And what I did was I wanted to approach this video similar to a rhythm roulette episode where I kind of just pick the random sample packs and make something from scratch. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I picked 3 of the new kits that are coming out on the store by 2 Deep, and I'm just going to kind of flip them at random. I really have no plan of action. I just know, we can just make anything happen. And also to kind of switch up from the things I normally do on Wednesdays with FL Studio and tight beats, I'll be using Reason 10, probably a lot of Serato so I can key match everything, just get a nice flow going. So let me go ahead and open up a Serato sample real quick. Let's go to my Sample Pack Friday. So the ones I picked out are OVO Therapy. Has a ring to it. Ran off on the plug twice drum kit. And this particular kit has all the drums I'm probably going to need. And then Smoke and Mirrors 3. That sounds pretty cool. It's a trilogy so far, so I figured I'd grab that one as well. However, there's no drag and drop yet from the browser to Serato, so I'm going to kind of have to do this at random, almost blind, very similar to rhythm roulette. And what I kind of look for in most joints are like the bells and arps first to kind of give us some of the harmonic content. So let's see what we have. We have some stabs, we have bells here, we have bell chords even. Maybe we'll do bell chords. Cool. So once you find something you like, and you kind of get it in a certain groove, we can go ahead and lay that down. It's at 120, but I'm gonna move it to 130. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a really short sequence for that, probably 1 or 2 bars or so. Get my click going, get my pre-count going, turn this metronome down. Let's get it. Cool, something light and simple. And if I want, I can go ahead and change that key now. Let's see what this sounds like in the new key. All right, let's go ahead and get another Serato jumping. This one, I kind of want to get a pad or something. So let me switch the kit. Let's see if we can find another major sound. Hopefully we get lucky. Maybe even a stab even. So hook stab. So we're in the key of C sharp. Let's move this one to C sharp as well. All right, so let's lay something down for that. Alright, so I'm good on that. Now I still want my pad though. That I really need. Now with the pads, I'm probably going to switch my kits real quick. So I got 2 different ones from Smoke and Mirrors. This OVO Therapy has to have pads. I know that. There we go. Pad 1 and pad 2. Let's find samples. Let's put it here. Cool. So I found one chord that I can use out of that, which is going to be this one. I'm gonna keep going for it, man. I think I'm gonna put 1 or 2 more in here. These are all from different sample packs from different releases too. And I kind of like that challenge. I kind of do this usually with soul samples and what have you, but you could do it with sample packs as well. I always talk about that. So I find it interesting that I actually have a chance to show you guys what that looks like. Let me see if I can find one more. I'm gonna do Leave Me. We got the pad sound, plucks. Let's try synth. Let's see what that's talking about. Cool. So it's an E, move it down to C sharp like the rest. Let's do find samples. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's select all, put that filter on it. Maybe halftime it. Cool, so I think I found the chord I like on this one. Let's lay that down. Cool, so I got most of everything I need for the sonic palette, and I might revisit it, add 1 or 2 more things from those kits. But for now, I'm gonna work on the drums now. I don't keep this drum pattern very simple. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. I wanna check out the ran off on the plug kit. Let's see what kind of kicks we got. Here we go. Very nice claps. All right, so now we need a hi-hat. All right, so let's see what else you got. We have a crash. I'm not gonna do too many crashes though. I might just need one for the beginning. And when I'm using redrum, it's very much a step sequencer similar to FL Studio, but we could break it down and move these parts around so they're not so repetitive. So right now, this is just kind of like the skeleton. Cool, and once you got something you like, has a cool feature where you can just right click on redrum, and we're gonna do copy pattern to track. And now I'll play the MIDI notes here. I'm going to go ahead and disable enable pattern. Go to my window, I'm gonna go to show tool window, and at the bottom here I'm gonna choose explode. And this will put everything in its individual tracks. This way I can kind of mute the hi-hats or move them out the way. Cool, so I found my snare and I found my hats. So I have two different sections now. I can double everything up like this, play it all together. Now I need one more thing, an 808. So I'm probably gonna use N19 for this to kind of pitch bend the 808s. Browse for some samples. Let's check this out. All right, so I think I got something. Let's lay this down real quick. Now I want to bring a little bit more life to it. Easiest way to do that is with the groove pull. So in the groove pulling reason is similar to FL's piano roll and the quantize feature. And I normally don't do this on trap beats, but this one could use it just to kind of give it more life and a little bit more movement. So I'm gonna go to my regroove patches, MPC 60. I might use 55 at 120 and then turn it down just a little bit. And then what you do is once you select what that groove is, you can go into here and these little drop down arrows choose that particular groove. Very cool and easy to do. I'm gonna start it on the drums, see if it works. And if any of the instrument elements need it, I'll add it to those too. There we go. So we got a little bit more doubles on our kicks. Now the only other thing I want to do is bring those instruments to life a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group them all. I'm going to right click. I'm going to do route to new output bus. And you can just call this like keys. And what that'll allow me to do is put just the bus effect on it. And that could be lo-fi, that could be reverb, it could be whatever you want. I'm going to kind of do a combination of both. All right, so there goes our keys bus. I'm going to show effects here. First effect I want to add is a tape echo. I'm gonna turn the feedback off. I'm gonna turn wobble up a little bit. I'm gonna pull the time back, and that's gonna give some drift to our instruments. Kind of gives you like this detune sound. And then I'm gonna throw a reverb on it. Probably just a simple hall reverb. And then lastly, I'm gonna throw Thor on it. Now, if you're familiar with Reason, you know Thor is a synthesizer. This might not make a whole lot of sense to you, but I'm gonna turn Thor around. And what I'm gonna do is take the audio outputs of my reverb and put it into the audio inputs of Thor. Then I'm gonna expand Thor a little bit, get to the modulation of it, and I want to take that audio from 1 and 2, which is left and right, which we just hooked up, and I'm going to send it to Thor, one of Thor's filters, which is filter 3. And the reason why I'm doing this is that I want to give all these sounds, since they're from different kits or different constructions, I want to try to blend them together as best as possible to make it sound like it's one arrangement. And then on my filter section, I can use any of Thor's filters. Cool. And then once I have all that situated and I start to think about the arrangement, once the textures are right, the only other thing I'll probably add to this is probably another pad or a gated sound that I'm missing. And then once I'm sure that's what I want, I'll go ahead on my master effect as well, and then I'll add some automation. In this example, I'm just going to show you what it sounds like and why I would automate this particular effect. And I've showed this in previous videos, but it kind of just brings life to everything. And that's going to be my Cable Guys halftime, drag it into the master effects of Reason, make sure my insert effects is not bypassed. Another thing I can do, if I like that particular effect, let's say just on the instruments in this example, I can go ahead and just drag one there too and kind of alternate between both of them. So I'll drag that in. There we go. And then with everything together. So it's pretty cool, man. And those are the Sample Pack Friday kits, 3 of them at least from 2 Deep, OVO Therapy, Ran Off on the Plug Twice, and Smoke and Mirrors Volume 3. Like I said, I dived through these at random and kind of tried to make everything work that was the same key. And then the drums, from what I've demonstrated, the drum palette is really dope. I mean, I can make any type of track I want, trap, some of that DJ Mustard stuff I hear in the claps. And there's a lot of melodic vox in that as well, which is really cool. So I think it's kind of catered towards R&B, but it doesn't have to be. But anyway, I'm MGTheFuture. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to check out the Maschine Masters shops later for these particular kits. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely leave them below. And if you want to follow us on social media, you can do that. I'm at MGTheFuture. Be sure to follow at Maschine Masters. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Until next time, guys, peace.